Yeah, you were talking about the places in Iowa where you're...
Yeah, I don't have all of the stores memorized off the top of my head, but I have created a database. We use QuickBooks to keep track of my customers, to call them back monthly, just to make sure when they need restocked, we're there and we're prepared.
And how many grocery stores was it in Iowa?
It's about 22 grocery stores total right now. And we'd like to get to the point where we're in 100 different grocery stores. And at that point, the business will be very viable for supporting our family.
Okay. And then where do you work otherwise?
I work part-time for Membrane Process and Controls in Edgar. And it's a food equipment manufacturing company, engineering and programming company. They're very diversified. They do a lot of things out of that building.
And what do you do for them?
I work sales for Joel there.
Okay.
So I've been doing sales for 18 years of my life. When I got out of the service, I started working at Krieger Wholesale in Weston, Schofield area, delivering flowers up to Hayward, all the way down to Menominee, and then back across 29. And then I worked for J.W. Perry for a year. I went back to work for Krieger's and started a new route for them up in Minneapolis, broke open that territory for them. So I'm really comfortable meeting new people and breaking new ground when it comes to developing a customer base. That's what I'm really comfortable at.
Okay. And is most of your sales work done via telephone?
Correct. 90% of what I do is on the phone or references from other customers telling another store owner, hey, these guys got really good syrup, good service. He calls me and just to make sure everything's going well, and that's a big part of it too, I guess. But most of it is phone calls.
Okay. And you're in a wheelchair, and how did that happen?
That was a hunting accident in 2006, and thanks to the great support of my family and the community in general here in Marathon County. I had a lot of support through our church, neighbors, people I had never met that just came and encouraged me to keep living. You know, it's the paralysis limits me in some ways. As Chris said, Chris and my girls are somewhat my legs and my arms when it comes to gathering the sap. But my mind works, and I do what I can do. I can operate this evaporator. We've got everything set up in here for the most part, so I can stay up the 20 or 24 hours it takes to boil it down into syrup. And I do what I can do.
Okay.
One thing I guess I'd like to mention too is that central Wisconsin has a long, strong history of maple syrup production. And I've heard people say this is the best or that's the best, and I like it when people tell me mine's the best, but really everybody in central Wisconsin that takes the time to make maple syrup, I haven't met too many people that don't do a great job at it. And I'm just honored to be a part of that tradition and be able to take part in with that lineage of people who have been doing this for 100 years within Marathon County, especially with all of the wonderful sugar bushes that are in this area of the state.